Hello dear guests, welcome to our new video. We will tell some incredible events which live. Some of them may be scary and mysterious. Have a nice watching, I hope you will enjoy. Number 13. Whispers. We were living with my mother when I was young. After my mom turned off the TV and the lights, I heard whispers coming by the kitchen. A man and woman were talking to each other. I listened carefully, but I didn't understand what they said because they were very quiet. This has been the case for years. After we moved, I finally decided to tell the mother. When she heard, she looked at me in amazement. Also, she had heard the same whispers. Number 12. Sweet Ghost Margie. We were distributing newspapers in the same neighborhood with my brothers, and a woman named Margie would leave a newspaper in her house. Because of she was a woman living alone, we go in home sometimes and check her. I went inside one day, she was sleeping. I put the newspaper on the desk and left there. The next day she was sleeping again. She hasn't even touched his journal the previous day. The next day, when I came in, Margie was awake. She told me that she was very happy and she hugged me. But the next day, I saw cars in front of her house. Margie died in her bed 4 days ago, but I talked to her the day before and hugged with her. Number 11. 1, 2, 3. I was trying to record the smile when my son was 3 or 4 months old. I was counting 1, 2, 3 to love him. Then I listened to sound recording. While I was counting the numbers, my son's sweet smile was heard. But when I finished counting numbers, a male voice said 4. The television was off. There was nobody in the house. When I listened to my friend the voice record, he was also the turn bombs. Number 10. In California, 1997. See the same nightmare. A few years ago, I wake up one night in panic with my boyfriend, and we looked each other. At the moment, the frame hanging on the wall fell down. I saw a nightmare. I was shocked when I told him that he was stabbed in my dream. He saw me stabbing at the same moment. Not long after, we heard the screams of the mother from next room. We lived in California and my parents were in England. There was no one with us at home. Number 9. Ghost Rescue. In high school, I was staying in a hostel that was said to be haunted. One night I went to party. After coming hostel, my roommates were outside. The drunk man had followed me and he came to my room. I said to him, "Leave me alone, go out." Later he got angry and had my ankles and threw me on the bed. At the moment it seemed that something held him. There were red marks on his shoulders like hand marks. I was lying in bed and crying. I felt a flash on my back trying to comfort me as if my mom was with me. Really, I was a bit surprised. Number 8. In Italy, 2012. Margareta Say. Phone from home. We were working with my parents in our shop. The cell phone started to play. The caller was writing, "Home." My mom looked at me and said, "Who's at home now?" My dad was at work. My sister was at school. But then I remembered, we didn't have a home phone. My mother closed home phone when my grandmother died, because we all used cell phones. We got the number back. It couldn't connect. Number 7. In Germany, 1973. Tom Say. The ghost of old neighbor. Very sweet, very gentleman. We had an old neighbor. He used to work in the garden every day and I would chat when I passed. One day, I would say hello, but he didn't say anything. A few days later, there was a funeral car and people waiting in front of the house. I learned that our neighbors marched into the forest a week ago and had a heart attack there and died. We only found the body that day, a week later. I couldn't believe my ears. I tried to chat with him a few days ago. Number 6. In Scotland, 1974. Devil came to pick up me. It was 2 years ago. I slept half in bed and half awake. Suddenly I noticed that I was pulled out of my feet. I was right, but this time I couldn't breathe. I was drowning. I tried to breathe for a few minutes. My mother was hurt and came to look at me. I don't even remember the end. The worst thing is the morning. Mommy doesn't remember anything. But in the night the vision she saw that the devil was trying to pull me away from her and said that she came to my room. Number 5. In England, 1986. Amber say, Mama's mysterious arrival. A few years ago, I was playing a game on the top floor computer at my mom's house. The house door opened and my mother said, Amber, I came. I heard. I went downstairs, so I suppose she was calling for help in shopping bags. My mother wasn't there. There was no car. She never came. Number 4. In Paris, 1966. Frank say, Night watchman. When I was a child, I moved with my family to a new apartment building. Every one evening my sister forced me to close my bedroom window. When I looked out the window, I saw 3 faces, with no air, noses and mouths. They would stand there and look. They wouldn't do anything. I didn't say anything to anyone with my child's mind. A few minutes ago, we were all talking about that old house. I also remember and tell the faces I saw then. Sister was surprised, and she turned and said to me, I saw that face, so I would have to close your bedroom windows. We learned that there was a murder in that house before we moved. Number 3. In Boston, 1989. Robert say, a warm little guest. I work in a morgue. There can always be scary things in a morgue, but my most disturbing story is like this. I prepared a kid's body so his family could come and see it. Then I felt someone took my hair. I heard a giggle and then the door hit. Suddenly all the instruments inside stopped. There was a strange silence. Still, I continued to work and put on a body. Then again a shoulder was touched and I felt a warm feeling. One of the places where a child's arms could reach was hugging me. In Canada, in 1974, John says, the real owner was there. I was watching TV, suddenly I noticed something moving in the bedroom. I see wrong, I rubbed my eyes. There was a man walking to the other end of the room. He stopped and he looked at me. He took his finger to his mouth and turned his back. There was blood on his face and there was not part of his skull behind his head. He went to the right and he disappeared. Later we learned that the previous owner had shot himself in bedroom and committed suicide. There was a hole on the wall, but it was a bullet hole we didn't care about. We moved immediately from that house. In Ohio, in 1988, Rachel, say, imitation girl. One night I was walking in the corridor with my phone. I hit a girl in a white dress. Before I lifted my head, I said sorry and I walked. I was staying in my own home rather than at hostel that night, but I forgot. The next day, we were going to the cinema with my boyfriend. He came to pick me up from the house. I came out the front of the door and said to me, why did you look at me so long from the top floor glass? And you have a white dress was just on top of. Why you changed? I was shocked because I didn't have a white dress.
Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked and enjoyed. For more videos, follow us guys and Please don't forget to click like button. Goodbye.